Hi, Ellen. I'd like to pledge my support to the First and Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. I hope you'll indulge me and stick around and listen to what that pledge means to me. When it comes to the First Amendment, I honestly cannot think of two greater enemies of it today than you and Donald Trump. You yourself leverage your vast fortune to buy Twitter, a public company, take it private, remove transparency, gut its safety and security teams, and turn it into a cesspool of racism and foreign bot misinformation. You tried to back out of the deal to buy it, citing how many bots there were at one point. Now, there are more than ever. What happened? You raged against gross government censorship on the platform. But last year, Twitter's own lawyers refuted your claims of this gross government censorship that the Twitter files supposedly showed the world. The reality was, the worst thing you can find that Biden did was his campaign reaching out to Twitter and pointing out the obvious discrepancy of hosting nude images of Hunter Biden without his permission, breaking Twitter's own terms of service. Conversely, if you look at the Trump administration, 2019, they asked Twitter to take down a tweet from celebrity Chrissy Teigen for calling Trump a pussy ass bitch. That does not sound like free speech to me. Ellen, your claims of being a free speech absolutist would be laughably pathetic were it not for the very real danger you pose to our democratic republic. The Wall Street Journal just broke this week a story about you having regular contact with Vladimir Putin. Makes sense why you turned off Starlink at a critical point during a Ukrainian offensive in Crimea. Good luck becoming friends with Putin. It works out so well for his comrades. Now, as for the Second Amendment, I am a gun owner. I enjoy that right for protection, and I shoot recreationally too. Vice President Harris has come out vocally supporting both universal background checks and the closure of gun show loopholes. I wholeheartedly support both of these measures, and it turns out so do the overwhelming majority of gun owners in America. Ellen, I know you have kids. I have no idea how many. Um, but I doubt they are in a school environment that lacks on security. The majority of us here in America send our kids to public and even private schools that, don't have the kind of resources that you guys do. So you may not be able to relate to this, but my wife is a teacher. My kids, school aged. Me and the majority of Americans are sick to fucking death of watching children being buried and Congress do nothing. Sorry. If we don't take this school shooting epidemic seriously and start trying to enact some basic common sense measures, the calls to gut or completely strip us of our Second Amendment rights are going to grow stronger, and they're going to gain more support. We need to do something. As for Trump, his support on the Second Amendment changes depending on the last person he was in the room with. For universal background checks, against, who knows. One thing, though, we do have to remember, he used executive action to ban bump stocks. That makes him responsible for more gun legislation than I think anybody in the last 15 years. So who's worse for the Second Amendment? Ellen, I'm going to wrap up by thanking you for the $47. I'll be using it to buy my Harris Waltz camouflage hat. I really can't think of a better use of the money, given the pledge that I just made to you. The best part, though, is that price. I mean, $46.97? That's just beautiful. Oh, one last thing. I really hope that my pledge of support to the Kamala Harris ticket doesn't get in the way of me receiving my $47 or being entered in that $1 million giveaway, or any other more liberal gun owners out there that do the same. It'd be a real shame if it did.